for garden furniture in the £300 and under budget. So likelihood is we won't find anything that I like for our budget, but we're going to give it a good go. Absolutely just so warm. Had to come and sit in the car and put the aircon on because I was just boiling. We've actually had a really successful trip though. We did get seating that I liked, and it was like £100 less than I thought, which has meant we've been able to get some plants and some lights as well. So we've been able to get so much with my budget. I used money that my nan gave me. My nan passed away last May and she gave me some money, so it's nice to know that it's going on something like that, something that I'll get a lot of joy out of. And she loved sitting in the sun. She was such a tanner. She would sit in the sun all the time. I'm excited to go home and make the garden look pretty. Let the transformation begin. We started by clearing the area and then we assembled the furniture, popped up the lights and put our plants in place. Is looking quite a bit cuter now, and I'm so glad that we just did it today. We went to probably 5 shops in total, and I just took the money with me that I intended on spending and spent it, and I'm glad, because I can be really slow with making decisions, and I just want to be able to go out there and enjoy the space this summer, because I'd be so disappointed if I didn't do this and then got to winter time and I had to wait such a long time to make the most out of it. So the ideas are coming in a bit more now we've started, because sometimes when you've got a big blank space it's really hard to be creative and to think what to do. So I'm very excited. I'm going to show you how far along we've come, because we've repotted the bamboo and the tree, and yeah, I'll show you. I'm excited. We got some lights to put up as well, which we might as well do that soon. I bought this random little thing because I thought when we sit out there in the evening sometimes, can't get it off. We did the lights as it was getting darker and it helped with placement, but I was looking at them feeling not satisfied with the vibe, so I went back the next morning and tightened them up so that they would go further along the fencing, which I think looks better. I do love how warm the bulbs are. That's one of my favourite things with lamps and lighting, is when it's really warm and not stark white. We were considering getting one of those egg type chairs. I don't know when that will happen, but it could be a nice reading nook in the future. And also where the trees are, I want to add way more greenery and just have lots of greenery on that patio space and make it feel like you're hidden away in a little jungle anytime that I go and read a book. I am unbelievably hungry. It's 10:30, so a nice time to have a hopefully proper filling breakfast. I have shakshuka, which if you haven't seen me make it before, I haven't made it in a while, so I'm going to add some extra bits in and see what I think. The best tomatoes to use for it. One of my wonderfully kind subscribers bought me a voucher for Brambly Hedge a few weeks ago, and I waited to buy anything with it because I wasn't 100% on what I wanted, but it's arrived in the post, so let's have a little Brambly Hedge haul together. My first choice was this beautiful picnic scene on a really lovely notepad with some gold detailing. I find notepads just so helpful. Any inspiration I have, I always pop it in a notepad so I know where to go back to it. It had lovely pages on the inside too. My next choice was a letter writing set because, as many of you will know, I'm really passionate about writing letters and keeping the art of that alive. This was a beautiful sunset in the meadow drawing by Jill Barklam, and I just love it. I then got some stickers because you can put them on to windows, and I like the inspiration photo on the front as well. I thought they would be cute to maybe put on my mirrors and things. I haven't decided when I'll do that, but I definitely will, and especially in the autumn and winter it will be really cute to look out on less greenery but adorable little mice. Next up, the very handy and very adorable magnetic memo pad, which I will put on the fridge, so if I ever need to buy any ingredients or I have some inspiration for future meals, then I'll definitely pop it on there. I just wanted to run you through some of my favourite shows that are based in Cornwall or filmed in Cornwall, and I thought so it would be easier to remember, I could show you them on the TV with the main characters and what channel you can find them on and what the vibe is. Also, there are some absolutely beautiful and very sweet, lovely stories in here, and I think lots of you would enjoy them. They make me quite emotional actually. They have such a lovely perspective. Also, maybe I'll recommend a couple that are just really lovely and aren't based in Cornwall but have a slow living vibe. So on ITV you've got Doc Martin, which is filmed in Port Isaac, but in the show they refer to it as Port Wen.
Thank you. I'm sure you've got time for this?
I'll make time. Unless you've got any more surprises for me.
No, don't think so.
Good.
It feels very nostalgic with the kitchen and the kitchenware. I'm sure most of you know it and have seen it, but I love the fact that it feels so 2000s. It feels like a step back in time. I love the clothes. I love the shots of Port Isaac and how small it is, and it really just captures the small village life. Also, in the summer, Port Isaac is so busy, so obviously when you see it here it's not as busy, so it's quite nice to see it as somewhere that people actually live, because in real life not many people live in the actual old fishing part of the village. They live on the housing estate up the top, and I think it's a shame. So it's nice that there was a fake village life there, because I think that so many of those cottages are holiday lets. Also, it is so hilly. If you ever go there, it's North Cornwall. It's so hilly. I could not believe it. My legs were killing me, absolutely killing me. So if you've heard of The Darling Buds of May, or you haven't watched it in a really long time, I would recommend rewatching it because it's also on ITV, and the sense of humour in it, especially in the first few episodes, it's really funny. When you're really listening, it's really funny. And I think anyone who loves slow living would absolutely adore Darling Buds of May. I think it's worth a rewatch just for inspiration. It gives me so much life inspiration, and I love the relationship between the children and the parents, and it's just so idyllic. It's just so lovely. I'll show you a bit of it now. It's filmed in Kent, I believe, and I absolutely love Pam Ferris, Catherine Zeta-Jones. They are some of my favourites, and obviously lots of people absolutely love David Jason as well. So beautiful. If there's anything that you watch that really inspires your life, then let me know. But I would say Darling Buds of May is one of the most inspiring for me, and Doc Martin is what I used to watch when I missed Cornwall and wanted to come back. So I would say it contributed to me moving when I did, because I was just so desperate to be here. Okay, so if you love Cornwall as much as I do, my favourite show to take you around is Rick Stein's Cornwall. I think the I don't know if you call it a documentary, but it's so lovely. It's just absolutely lovely.
Come on a journey with me. Well, I must say this is really bracing stuff. And let me show you. Their life really, what's their
I've shown you this quite a few times, King Harry Ferry.
Then we get the visitors as well who just think it's...
You've got a little bit of cooking in there, but I'll be honest, I've never really cooked anything. I've got some of his cookbooks, so I've never cooked anything off of this show, but it's a nice little break from listening. If you're looking for something that feels like girlhood and takes you back to the 50s, then Mallory Towers by Enid Blyton is a really nice series. It's filmed in North Cornwall again. It's a boarding school for girls, and there's a lot of like, they get in trouble and some of them are justice driven, some of them are naughty. It is quite fun to transport you back to childhood. Pretty views. They go and swim in like a tidal pool out of the back, and you can see the beautiful blue sea. Sometimes people have accidents near the cliff. Go, beautiful. I love a bit of girlhood. It's nice to take you back. It's complicated being a young girl. Of course, Escape to the Country is always on my watch list, my favourite. On the topic of children's shows off the back of Mallory Towers, the Julia Donaldson books, they turn them into animations and they're really lovely. I really enjoy them. You've got the witch on the broom. I can't remember what any of them are called now. The Highway Rat is my most favourite one, and I love the Snail on the Whale because obviously it's by the sea. And then the Gruffalo, of course, is really good. But yeah, if you have a look at these, if you want something that's light-hearted, and I find the Highway Rat and Zog and the Snail on the Whale, they're almost emotional because they're really sweet and really engaging. Right, last one. If you want a drama, you want all the drama and the justice-driven stuff, and a proper antagonist, and then Poldark, you really, if you haven't seen it or you've like dipped in and out of it, I would really recommend watching it start to finish, because it's filmed in, I actually took you there in a video. I think it has Poldark Country in the title or something, but that's again filmed on the North Coast. Amazing insight to history. Quite stressful though at times, but all of the characters are absolutely amazing, and you've got like 5 years worth of well, 5 seasons. They had 5-year contracts, so it's excellent. It might be better to watch in the winter though, because there's a lot of like fires and candles and crackling vibes.
What then?
It hurts.
I won't show you any more because that's really boring if you've already seen most of them, but I just thought I'd show you so you know what you're clicking on. If you want a bit of a escape and you want to watch something that you can escape to, then that's also really nice. I want to make a very banana-y banana bread. I'm struggling with the heat. I'm not really going out in the day. In my last video, if you didn't catch it, I shared a really lovely lemon and blueberry cake recipe. I'm really enjoying making cakes because it makes me think about back in the 50s, for example, when instead of going to the shop and buying loads of snacks, people would make cakes and enjoy them for a few days. I love that vibe. So let's make a nice, very banana-y banana bread with chocolate in it, and I am not gonna use a recipe with butter, so let's give a new recipe a go. All of the necessary ingredients are here in front of you. Let's get cooking. I'm glad to have tried a recipe with sunflower oil in it, but I have to admit the flavour of the oil really came through to the point that I didn't actually really eat the banana bread, which is quite wasteful, but it wasn't that pleasant. It seemed to overpower the 4 bananas quite a lot. I used the first BBC Good Food recipe that came up with oil. I'm not sure if I would recommend it, but then I do think I might have messed up the flour measurements. Gonna squish those up just so that I don't overmix the batter when it comes to adding the other ingredients. We start with the wet ingredients, so the eggs and the oil next. I'm adding another banana and then I'll probably complain that the texture's not right, but I've got one spare and I'm not wasting it. This is absolutely terrible because I only just did it. But I can't remember how much flour I put in. I remember dropping some on the floor. I don't know what, it looks quite runny. I'm adding another 130 grams. I don't really know why, it just feels like the right number. Absolutely monstrous. Look at the size of that. That looks darker in the camera than it really is. I'm excited to try it, but not sure how it'll be. If you enjoyed the vlog and you got this far, then please do subscribe if you're not already. We would love to have you, and thank you so much to those of you that watched all the way to the end. Lots of love and take care.